Alright guys, just to kind of let you all know what I'm doing. Right now I'm working on dropping the motor out because I need to tear it apart and see what went wrong. It started taking and knocking pretty good. So what I've been doing now is undoing the bell housing bolts, and I think I'm just gonna honestly leave it the way it is and just drop it down. In the past, I took apart the water pipe and the oil filter. Well, I mean, there's not really much on here. I'm just gonna undo the housing bolts, undo the hoses from the thermostat over here in the water pipe, and just try and drop it. I'm gonna see if this motor will come out or if it wants to fight me. But it's really hot. I'm gonna do as much as I can, and hopefully I should have more time Sunday morning to knock this out if I can't finish it today. So all I've been doing now is taking off all the head studs, because I'm going to need as much clearance as I get to drop the motor down and slide it out from under the car. I'm almost positive those head studs will get in the way. I was able to borrow a floor jack from my brother, so that's going to help a lot. Thanks if you're watching this video. That's pretty much going to save my life right there. So yeah, so now I just need to undo some coolant hoses, undid the oil pressure sending unit in the back, undid the coolant temp switch. I think I just have to undo like the radiator hose, some coolant shit, and I'm just gonna undo this mount, and it should hopefully drop down and I should be able to pull it out at an angle. All the housing bolts are already loose, or out actually. It's actually starting to separate. Got good separation. So these motors are super easy to take out. I'm still freaked out about it, like how easy it is, and I should have done this a long time ago, but I just have a really busy and full schedule. I hardly have any free time, but I'm gonna do what I can now and hopefully get to the bottom of this and see what the hell went wrong. I'm gonna have to take the wheel off because this is where all the action is gonna happen. I'm basically gonna pull the motor out of this wheel housing right here. So I'm just about ready to drop it, but before I do, I'm going to go ahead and drain the oil just so it's that much lighter and that much less fluid that comes pouring out when this block probably falls and falls on the side. It'll probably dump out a bunch of coolant. At least this way it won't dump out a whole bunch of oil. Oh yeah, check that out. That's just straight up coolant. Now it's milk. Now it's oil. That's probably just from pulling the head off. I'm sure all the coolant got in the oil passage and shit in the block and the head. Ew. Where's it at? There it is. Alright, now that I got the oil drained, I've got the floor jack under the pan. No wood, no blocks, nothing, just totally the way you're not supposed to do it. But at least it's a steel pan, it's not aluminum, so it'll more likely bend before it cracks. So, jump up to the top, and once I undo this mount, I should be able just to drop the whole, the trans in the block will like fall and rotate, and pretty much allow me to like pull it, drop it on the floor, and then slide it out the side. That's how I was able to do it the first time around. Alright, looking good. The floor jack's supporting the motor now. This hardly even moved. I'm gonna go ahead and remove this little bracket here. It's just two 14mm bolts on the bottom, just to basically I need as much out of the way here as possible to slide the clutch out of the input shaft this way, down and out. So this has to go. Okay, so I went ahead and pulled off the alternator bracket in the back. Just give me that much more room. I got this little T-bracket off to the side off. I pulled the oil filter and the old blue feed line, and just it's laying there on the floor. Undid the coolant hoses. There was like one radiator hose, one heater hose. So now I'm just gonna lower the floor jack and see what I run into now, or if it will just straight up come out. Oh shit, too far. It's looking pretty good. I had to like kind of grab it and like manhandle it last time, like hug it. What'd I do? No, I pried it. I pried it off and it kind of fell on the jack, and it actually like landed on the side almost. So I'm gonna try to be more graceful this time. I was about to miss this ground on the thermostat housing. That would have sucked. That would have been like dangling from the motor as it dropped. Would not have been good. Okay. So I need to get it like off the input shaft, and then once it slides off, it should be able to come down. Oh shit. Okay, we've got separation. I just had to pull freaking hard. Yeah, so this is what I gotta fight. You see the input shaft? Man, you can't really see it. But trust me, it's in there. Input shaft is right here. And I've got about ½ an inch of clearance. So once I get it slidden out, get out this far, I can go straight down with it. Whew, I'm out of breath. So yeah, this is why the water pump, that little T-bracket has to come out, because it has to come over basically all the way to the frame rail, just about. So I got it out. Now it's time to go down and all the way out. Oh crap. Having the water pipe actually helps to like use this as a handle to balance the motor. Okay, go down a little bit more. It's basically out, guys. There's nothing else. There's nothing hanging. Undid the crank sensor already. This plug is undone. Let's see how far I can go. That's all the way. The jack's bottomed out, so I'm gonna have to slide the jack out and let the motor actually sit on the ground. There we go. Motor is on the ground. All right, I got the motor just straight up sitting on the ground. There wasn't enough room sitting on the floor jack, so let me see what I'm looking at from the side. Oh yeah, it's plenty of room. That's the top of the block. That's the frame rail. I should be able just to grab it and just manhandle it out of there. All right, let's get to it. Alright, motor is out. I know it's not like the most graceful, the most efficient way to pull a motor, but it's sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Right now I'm just in a freaking parking lot. One day I'll have a shop. It's the plan anyway, and I won't have to do crap like this. Just gotta stick with this YouTube thing and hope it pays off in the long run. But now that I got it off, I can get it on a stand, flip it upside down, tear apart the bottom end, and take a look at the bearings. More than likely, I think it's gonna have a messed up main bearing, but hopefully I caught it in time to not mess up the crank. But like I said, if the crank is messed up, I'll use this time to upgrade to a Z6 crank, which is supposed to be better, handle more power, this and that. So yeah, my next video, I'll probably be tearing down this block. But yeah, I think that's enough for one day. If you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Stay tuned for the next one. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna neutral slam it.
The fuck? You still haven't fixed that?
Oh, bullshit to that too, huh?
Episode 2 of the, fuck, what's the title?